Hi everyone, my name is Tara and today I'm going to talk to you today about how the lack of diversity in tech results in algorithmic bias. So I know that sounds a little abstract, so don't worry, we're going to start off with a story. Well, as your classic avocado toast loving online shopping millennial, I do take a lot of selfies, and I remember one day a few years ago when Snapchat was still new and that dog filter was all the rage. I was trying to take a selfie with my boyfriend, and it worked fine for me, but for him it was a little bit tricky. We kept tapping the screen like you do, and nothing. It just wouldn't detect his face. Now at this point, it's worth mentioning that my boyfriend is black, and I don't know if this has ever happened to any of you, but when we went online, we found that it's actually a common issue that people with darker skin experience, that facial recognition apps like Snapchat tend to now recognize darker faces. And so to unpack why this is happening, and it's kind of like a kind of phenomenon, why this is happening, we're going to have to start by understanding the science behind facial recognition software like Snapchat. So this is a technology that's becoming more and more pervasive. It's machine learning. So let's start by talking about what an algorithm is. An algorithm is simply just a set of instructions that we give to a computer. We give it some inputs, it computes an output. And a regular computer algorithm, all it does is just use that algorithm. Now machine learning is different because it's kind of like if you were to want to learn how to cook, and you went online on YouTube, found a bunch of different videos on how to cook, and you had a chef there with you, tasting whatever you'd make, giving you a little bit of advice, add more basil, add less salt, until you perfected your recipe. That's how machine learning works. Machine learning is basically where the programmer gives the system a large set of training data, then with human intervention, it fine-tunes its methods until it reaches the desired program. Algorithmic bias is like if you had only experienced Italian cuisine, and then I said, make me rice, you'd be like, what's all this little pieces of pasta cut up? You wouldn't know what to do. You might use the same methods that you previously developed, but it would just not take you anywhere, and it'd be a disaster. So then you could say your methods are biased. So going back to Snapchat, facial recognition algorithms like Snapchat use machine learning. And the way it works is it uses contrast. So it's like if I have dark hair and light skin, you can easily find my eyebrows. But it turns out that Snapchat doesn't have a problem identifying light-skinned people with light hair. It has a problem identifying dark-skinned people with dark hair. So why does this happen? Even though they both have low contrast, it's still the case. Turns out that in the learning phase, the algorithm wasn't given enough examples of dark-skinned individuals. Now, we don't know exactly why there was such a disparity in the input data, why there wasn't a diverse set, but we do know that statistically speaking, folks with dark skin are very underrepresented in tech, very, very underrepresented in tech. And this can kind of reveal a blind spot, as we've discovered. Now, this is very unfortunate, but in the case of Snapchat, it's really not the end of the world. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it's not a big deal. However, this isn't the only time when algorithmic bias exists. In a recent study, it was found that the object detection system in self-driving vehicles also had issues identifying people with light skin. And however, it was also found that if you give the same system proper, balanced input training data, it would be able to identify people with dark skin with more precision. So, algorithmic bias happens when programmers are not thoughtful about the machines they design and the input they use. This can result in exclusionary experiences or discriminatory practices. Diversity is the best remedy when it comes to building better software. However, artificial intelligence is becoming increasingly prevalent in all sectors, and until we can observe diversity in tech, I would like to see software that's used by large populations be externally audited before being publicly deployed. Just because we have smart machines, it doesn't mean we have smart outputs. And the best medicine for blind spots is inclusivity and diversity. Thank you.